How do we play chords using the Ableton Push device? With our Ableton Push set to a major scale, we can play chords in a few different ways. If you know how to play a C major chord on a piano, you might play it on the push pad like you do on the piano. Play the root note, don't play that second white note, play the third, skip the fourth, but play the fifth. I'd recommend this video by Music Will if you'd like a refresher on the basics of chords on the piano keyboard. My push pad is set to the key of C major, so this coloured root note is a C. Now notice as we push the E and G down, the keys light up on the next row, indicating that those exact notes can be played in other locations. That suggests two other shapes we might like to try for our C major chord. This one here looks like an inverted V, with the root note on the bottom left. It's a good way of playing the major chord, made up of the 1, 3 and 5 in that key. Then as you want to play other chords, you simply aim your right thumb for the root note of those chords. I find with this shape I can keep my hand relaxed. As well as the inverted V shape that we just tried, you can try the Mickey Mouse shape, where your thumb on the root note of the chord is Mickey's head, and then your fingers add his ears on the next row above. I like both the inverted V and the Mickey Mouse shapes better than the traditional spread out piano shape when I'm using the push pad. You may choose to stop this video there and try that out, but if you want to get a little more advanced, you could explore inversions of chords, which is explained in this other video by Music Will. If you remove the root note from the bottom of a chord and then add it to the top, that's called a first inversion chord. This shape here works well for a first inversion chord, remembering that the root note of the chord is now the highest note. The notes from lowest to highest are in the order 3, 5, 1, so you aim the high note to be the root note of the chord. A second inversion chord is where we once again take the lowest note of that first inversion chord and place it on top of the chord. So the order of notes becomes 5, 1, 3, and the root note is now the middle note of the chord. Inversions can be very useful for making chord parts that don't jump around from one chord to the next, but they follow a more smooth, voice-leading approach. In summary, root position chords have notes in the order 1, 3, 5, so the root note is on the bottom. First inversion is in the order 3, 5, 1, so the root note is the highest note. Second inversion is 5, 1, 3, so the root note is the middle of the chord. Inversions might be a bit advanced if you're just getting started with chords, so if in doubt, stick with the root position chords, using the inverted V or the Mickey Mouse shapes. Good luck!